Then we'll move into the old business action items. Life safety items, capital improvements, starting on approximately page 122. Dr. Skinkus.
Construction manager Joe Papa-Nicholas is here tonight, and I asked Joe to be present to bring the board up to speed on where we are with this summer, the summer of 2017 work. That will incorporate both the settlement agreement with the Village of Brookfield, which will be the parking lot and tennis courts, and then the second part will be the roofing project that we have to complete for life safety. The background is in the background action sheet. The action sheet is up on the overhead, and I also, but more, we're working on the final price of the change of the.
The radio's on.
We're working on the price of the Phase 3 project. So we had to do some changes in regards to concrete with the redesign that was agreed to in the settlement agreement with the curbing around the tennis courts to make sure the water drains the right way into the vault and some of those things. So it's roughly about $100,000 difference in price for some additional fencing, concrete, and a couple other utilities. But we had almost $300,000 in the original budget, correct, Joe?
Correct. So everybody has, I passed out an updated cap log. So this is the cap log which has been distributed at this meeting in the past. So this is a working doc that's continuing. So if you go to page 4 of 4, cap 67, cap 67 was submitted in response to RFP 50. So RFP 50 is a revised design as agreed upon between the district and the village. So it is approximately $119,293. This cap is currently under review, and it will also be pending final review comments from the village, which we expect to get back shortly, which at that time will then confirm the final number.
What would the whole cost be with the 119, Joe, for that part of the project?
Well, the revisions created an impact of the
No, I
119,
understand.
but total Phase 3 that's
Trying to get
remaining,
the relative.
I want to say it's around 10%.
Okay.
I want to say it was,
700,000, I thought.
is that what was remaining? I thought it was closer to $1 million. I'd have to check, but.
But it's also based on prices that people originally gave us like 2 years ago.
Correct. So there's a little bit of escalation in there, but the majority of it was design revisions as a product of the new configuration of the courts. So there's additional fencing, concrete, site utilities, things of that nature.
And then I don't, the other sheet I believe the board has in their packet, did they have the cap log and the, so they're able to, I don't have that, we don't have that sheet in there, but they have roughly 324 as our remaining allowance balance.
Correct.
So as long as we stick to this number, we should still finish that project, the entire project, about 200,000 under budget from the original budget 3 years ago.
That's correct.
And then I also had Joe and Carrie both provide their fee structure sheet. And this is in regards to the upcoming roof project. So Joe, you want to go through that?
Sure. So this document outlines our CM fee based on the actual bid value.
So it's like,
Carrie, you can go to that page in the packet. So it's on the overhead?
As
No,
well.
right, there you go, right there.
As well as the payment and performance bond premium, and then our fixed general conditions, which are primarily project management, site supervision, safety. You'll see a note in there that says 1 additional month of site supervision for the Phase 3 work. So we were able to accommodate the supervision for the Phase 3 via our site supervisor that will be out on site supervising the 2017 roofing work. So subsequently, those summer months are already covered within the roofing project. So there's only 1 additional month because our intent is to start in May of 2017, where we wouldn't be out here supervising the roofing work, but we will be for Phase 3. So we were able to supervise the Phase 3 work at the most cost-effective approach possible. So that worked out well. And then finally, our insurance premium for general liability insurance. And then if you scroll down one more, there is there's reimbursable general condition placeholders there, such as temp fencing and just daily cleanup. It's pretty minimal for the roofing project.
Where's the staging point?
For roofing,
Yeah.
there'll be one on the north end and then only one other on the southwest corner of the existing building at this point.
So you won't be using the area that we were using last summer?
No, that's been restored.
Okay.
Yeah, so we also poured, between Joe, myself, and the concrete vendor, we were able to negotiate. We had some minor issues with the stairs, which we were able to repair without having to replace. And we were able to, in exchange, get 3 additional bike pads poured.
Yes.
And Joel Hatchie, facilities manager for us, ordered an additional 5 or 6 bike racks. So we should be able to have an additional, I think it's something like 80 to 100 extra bikes,
Good.
bike racks.
Good.
Which is part of our.
And it's also part of our agreement with Brookfield to encourage kids to bike to school, so.
And those are east of the main entrance, the old main entrance?
They're both east. There's 2 to the east, 2 new areas.
2 are right where the restoration occurred.
Correct,
Okay.
Then there's gonna be a single stand rack by the handicap ramp.
correct.
Very good.
So,
I got one question for you. On the southwest, is one of the staging areas for the roof.
Yes. the
What
second-
about with the zoo, people walking to the zoo and it? Are we gonna fence that off?
We're
or-
gonna- Both areas will be fenced off.
Okay.
Yes.
So they can be on the west side of golf, to and from the zoo?
Our intent is to not block walkway traffic heading north-south or the roadway at this point,
On either side of golf?
on either side, correct?
Okay.
Very good.
So,
What's our, Kevin or Joe, then, so if you want to start in May, you still have to get the final numbers for the contractors, so we have to approve your contract, DLA's contract, and the subcontractors or subs, whatever you're going to have on all these still.
with regards to phase 3 of the roofing?
Both,
Well, roofing is June, July, August.
okay, so there's not as much.
And then
But how,
pending additional village comments, if everything goes as planned, our intent is to be here in early May to start phase 3.
but.
We don't have to
Do we do
approve.
any more approvals?
No, this.
no, because the
It was
board,
in the original
We're still
budget we
working under the
approved.
original contract,
Okay.
Nicholas's as well as all of the prime
so the one thing I
contractors.
needed to make sure, the reason I had him submit the MOU, so we have it in the board packet, the Board of Education negotiated a term for 3 years with Joe to do all the life safety work and with DLA.
Okay.
So this fee structure is set up based on those terms, and then it'll have, the old fee structure was agreed when we approved the contract for Nicholas to do the whole stadium and tennis courts and parking lot the first time.
So we don't have to approve anything?
There's no new money to approve.
Okay, good.
And so I wanted to make sure all this was completed before the organizational meeting, so the old business of the board would be wrapped up before the new board took over at the end of April.
Good.
Anything additional for construction?
Does this work for this summer, not the roofs, the other, anything very complicated where you would expect anything?
For phase 3?
Yeah.
No. We still have the potential of maybe some shallow bedrock like we did prior, but
Right.
maybe some unsuitable soil once we get down to proof rolling. But other than that, it should be limited.
Okay, good.
Anything on this side?
It's weather permitting,
Well,
could go quick, might take a few months.
Okay.
So hopefully the rain's over with now.
If it rains in the morning, do the guys go home then? Is it like last year?
To be determined.
Okay.
Mike, I got something to say. As an exiting board member, I just want to say for you right now, when Tim and me first met you, we were like, there's no way we're going to hire this person. And you got on the whiteboard and showed us how you do that and everything. We walked out, remember we walked out and we're like, oh, this is the guy we got to hire. I'm going to tell you right now, you've done a lot and supported us from showing us how to do good construction work. You got us, showed that we needed to go back to contractor, get that 100,000 to get the re-rock on it. So I think that you've done a professional job. Remember when we met and we said, hey, make everything so that a little kid can understand all the documentation and stuff like that. I think you've done a great job with it. Anybody that, you know what I mean, that doesn't hire you is not thinking it through. You've done a great job. You've brought in under budget and you've really explained everything and worked good with our architects. I thought you did a damn good job.
Appreciate that.
And when
Thank
is
you.
Matt's new marketing role with your firm?
Thank you very much.
Good job, Joe, thank you.
I agree with what he said.
Thank you very
Thank you very much.
Then,
Moving on.
nobody have any other questions